Hello, Good Life Travelers. Welcome to another episode of Travel Talk Tuesday. We got the full crew today. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
Today is a very special day. Originally, I had planned like the orchestra playing and dancers kind of coming, a grand opening to this thing.
We need a theme song.
But then a budget crunch, so we had to cut it back. So the dancers we could not afford. The performance, the jugglers, the fire throwers. We had a full shebang. No clowns, though, because that kind of freaks me out.
Me too.
We had a full shebang of entertainment because today is a very special day, ladies. A lot of ways. Because May is Travel Advisor Month. Did you know that? National Travel Advisor Month.
You told us this morning. Yeah.
And
Where's my
today is, I think, like National Travel Planner Day or something.
Yeah.
Isn't it? And this week is National Travel Advisor Week. So
we get a day, a week, and a month.
I know. I don't know if we really deserve that, but yeah, I'll take it, you know. So it is an exciting, and you know what else is exciting? Why we were going to have the grand entrance is because this is our 50th episode of Travel Talk Tuesday.
No way.
I don't think we look 50 episodes old,
No.
do you think? I mean, we could probably look at 49 ago and see how we
go
look.
back and put our first one on.
The first one was you and I sitting
Yes.
in front of the fireplace, and it was totally messed up. Like,
Oh,
you
the
could only
camera!
you could only see half of us.
We had a fancy technology iPad, or tripod thing, and we had it, and then it fell,
Yeah, it was
and then we were wrong
We
angled.
should post that. That was a throwback.
No,
Oh my
that's
gosh,
embarrassing.
terrible. It lasted like 8 minutes.
My
It was
blood
terrible.
pressure was going up.
But yet you posted it.
Well, it was
I'm gonna
automatic.
Go back and look at that.
Oh, it was a blank show. Our
Yeah.
first episode, but 50, we've come a long way. I think we look better. I think
50 look good. Yeah.
yes, we make that should be our topic. We make 50 look good. So we've got some surprises. I got surprises for the ladies. They both got nervous. We have a guest dog who's trying to get in to do her performance, even though I told her you're not in the show today. Okay, so. I thought you guys usually bring back just straight liquor, but I thought because I'm a model of health, we're going to do liquor and orange juice. We're going to have some mimosas.
Tell them what you were really going to bring.
What's
The model of health.
Oh, I was going to bring the glazed croissants, which are my personal favorite food, but I ran out of time this morning. So we're going to make some what do they call it? The orange juice and mimosas for the ladies here.
Oh, how nice.
Yeah, I was nice once this week, and that's it. That's all you ladies get. I'm afraid I'm going to poke your eyes
You
out.
should twist.
Yeah, like,
Oh,
hold
twist.
on to it, yeah.
Oh!
Yay! That wasn't so bad.
That wasn't. Okay, so I don't make mimosas very often, so I asked Chrissy what the recipe was, so I'm going to use her ratio.
An eyedropper of orange juice.
For hers. Tamara and I will have a regular ratio of the stuff. Okay. So while I'm doing this, ladies, how you doing? You
Good.
Doing well? Life's
Yes.
treating you well? Keeping busy?
Yes.
We were busy over the weekend.
Oh, yes, we had the bridal show
Yeah.
this weekend. How was that, ladies?
That was
tough.
It was
A lot of
Busy.
brides. They say, was it 1,200? I didn't see 1,200 brides myself, but
We talked to a lot of people.
a lot of brides. What was the big interest you saw for honeymoons? Or what did you hear most for honeymoons?
I heard all inclusive, I think. the
Everybody
most.
seems to say a beach
Yeah.
and relaxation.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I think that's a vacation for anyone, though, don't you think?
Yeah,
We should shake that first.
I feel like we had a lot of people, like moms and friends, who were interested in vacationing too.
Yeah, so
Separate from
we
honeymoon.
always reach out to the group that's with the brides too because they're gonna need a vacation too.
Who
So-
doesn't want a vacation?
I know. Especially now. Are you kidding me?
I know.
30 degrees on May 2nd.
In Ohio, it's gloomy, cold, a little wet.
Let's go somewhere sunny.
Here's Chrissy's mimosa.
All you need to do is go on the orange juice. That's all you need.
Okay,
Yay,
there we
that's
go.
my
I don't want that much
idea.
champagne.
Yours is the normal ratio. Okay, see, that's a normal. Hold on, Chrissy, don't be toasting it yet. I'm not
No, I
ready
was
yet.
comparing ours.
What language are we going to toast in?
English, because that's all Chrissy
English?
knows.
Salud.
To 50 more.
To 50.
Yay,
Cheers.
cheers.
Okay. Ooh, I'm not a big orange juice fan.
And I brushed my teeth not too long
Yeah,
ago.
me too.
And I'll tell you, ladies, I had a hard time because I don't know the difference between champagnes very well. I got one that the name made a lot of sense. Stella Mia. I'm going to say Stella Mia's my stars. You guys are stars of Travel Talk Tuesday.
So are you.
You know, no. I'm just here to keep you two organized and out of trouble. But Okay.
We're a good team.
Yes. And alcohol always helps. Okay,
Always
so
helps.
That's how we started our friendship.
it is. We don't need to go down that path, okay?
Fireball was involved. Maybe once or twice.
Hey, this is a kid-friendly show, okay? It's a kid-friendly show. All right, so we got a little hydration for everyone. We talked about the bridal show, and one of the things every time we do these bridal shows, I hear a lot of things. The question I keep hearing is, why use a travel agent?
Just in case you can't.
The dog entertainment is really trying to get in, but I told him no. So one of the questions we get a lot at these shows and just around is, why use a travel agent? Why not do it on your own, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And we heard that this weekend, and it drives me crazy.
Yeah.
And so what I thought is, we use the term a lot that we're your travel partners, that we're here to help you, to prepare, to journey with you, to be there, to help you get along. So what I thought we'd talk about today on our 50th episode, a good way to celebrate, is how we are your travel partners. Does that work for you, ladies?
Mm-hmm. I'm just distracted.
The crying dog.
Chrissy is like the squirrel nut thing, where they get distracted easily. So she's going to be thinking about the dogs the whole show.
No, but the howling. I'm sorry. I got to get it out of my. Okay, we're back.
We brought in entertainment, but we couldn't afford them. So now they're union, they're protesting outside.
Apologize in advance in case they bust through.
Well, I
she
threaten
laid
their
down.
lives.
She
Okay,
laid
good.
down, but she was just doing. Ooh.
All right, let's refocus, ladies.
All right,
All
sorry.
right, between the dogs, the champagne, this show may be our worst yet. It may get off the
We may end at 50.
the train may get off the rails. Is that the saying? The train may fall off the rails.
I almost spilled my
Okay.
champagne.
So, partnerships. I think the best way to start this discussion, okay, is that we're talking about relationships. Partnerships are relationships. So, our business, what we do each and every day as travel agents, or we like to say travel specialists, is building that relationship. So what I thought we'd start first and foremost, Chrissy, you like everyone, love everyone, you think of everyone as your family and friends, but Tamara and I do too for our clients.
Yes.
So how are our clients like family and friends?
Well, I think first and foremost, when we do our research, we're not going to send you somewhere that we wouldn't go to. So a lot of times when people come to you with budget, we could get you the lowest price resort or cruise, but I don't ever feel comfortable doing that because, like Michael said, I do think of people as family, and I don't want them to do something I wouldn't do or feel comfortable doing. I feel that partnership as a family, I'm always looking out for our people. We always go back to my Christmas Eve,
She's got PTSD over
I
it.
do.
She
Yeah.
twitches a little still.
So, you have clients that are stuck or they need help. I mean, that's our job. We met some travel agents a couple weeks ago that were like, they work for, I don't know what company it was, but they
A
were
company out of California that owns
Yeah.
a lot
They're
of travel
based
agents.
in Cleveland.
based in Cleveland, but they're a brick and mortar type office. They were like, well, no, there's an 800 number our clients call. We need our mental health. We need our time off. Well, everybody
So at 5
needs.
they were done.
Yeah, they were
5:30,
done.
whatever.
So, we don't operate that way. We look out for you. We watch flights. We see if they're delayed. We see if your next plane is going to arrive at the airport to take you to your destination. So I think, I just think we want, and I hear that back from a lot of clients that they appreciate that. They appreciate that we care about their trip. We want them to be safe. We want them to be happy, enjoy themselves. It's a big, a lot of these trips are dream trips for people, and they spend a lot of hard-earned money on it and time with their family, making memories, and we want them to have the best memories. So
I think back to, I think you were working with a mom for her son's honeymoon.
oh yeah.
And they were kind of leaning one way, but you were like,
Oh, no,
if
that
this
was-
is my son. This is where I would send him for his honeymoon or something like
so
that,
they were
wasn't it?
looking at two different resorts, and the mom had reached out to me, and they said they really like this resort, which the resort that they were comparing it to was beautiful, but it was more of a chill, older client type vibe. These were 25-year-old kids. It wasn't honeymoon, but it was like a little summer getaway. And so I said to them, we developed a great rapport just in the short time we were on the phone. But I said, listen, I'm going to be honest with you. I think they're going to be bored at that resort. It is gorgeous. Maybe some time down the road for a more chill vacation. But if they want to have some fun, I would strongly suggest this one. And they ended up doing it, and they appreciate that, the honesty.
And I think I recognize this relationships, the family friends, and when we listen to our conversations with
Yes.
with our clients on the phone,
Yeah,
making
yeah.
sure they're covered, basically covered, that they're
Yeah.
taken care of. I hear laughter. I hear this is what I would do. Like a lot more of that back and forth. Certainly, you're not going to get that booking online, But even from a
No.
company that's, closing at 5 every day,
Right,
it's just a
right.
different kind of relationship, I think.
Absolutely.
More family and friend kind
Yeah,
of.
and if we
oriented.
know that their hearts are set on a resort and they want to book it, Sunday morning at 9:00 in the morning, we'll book them because we know they could lose that and that room or that price, and we want to make sure they get their dream vacation.
Behind the scenes too, I think we should mention that our agency works different than most.
Yeah.
So we have a partnership that's different from most travel agencies. So we're not competing for clients. We're actually all three of us working together to find the best fit for you. So if I have a client that wants to go somewhere that I've never been, but Chrissy has been there or Michael has been there, so then we have a conversation about that. We work with each other because we're not competing with each other for clients. Really, you're getting all three of us. And we sit in an office together.
For better or worse.
Yeah, we sit in an office together and we work together and we hear each other talking to clients and we learn from each other. So we're different than most travel agencies. And I kind of want to mention too, if I can, about...
Always breaking the rules, Tamara. It
Going
wouldn't
off
be a
schedule.
50th blowout without breaking the rules.
I wrote it here on the side. I told you I was going to talk about this. But you have to be careful with the travel agency you use to partner with. We're different than most. There are a lot of what are called MLMs out there, and that's a multi-level marketing travel agency. And those agencies have agents who, they're not really trained to be a travel agent. They're not experts in travel necessarily. It's more of like a pyramid business where they're more interested in partnering with you as a business partner, trying to get you into that pyramid, than as a travel partner. We're not that at all. In fact, I get probably every week I get somebody that says, I want to come work for you. I'm not hiring based on the volume of people underneath me, because that doesn't matter to me. The most important thing to me is the service that we can give to our clients. So there's a big difference. I'm never going to say, come work for me, come join, learn how to travel for free. We don't do that at all. I consider us really experts who are highly trained in our niches.
Yes,
So,
I agree.
anything else you guys want to add about MLMs that I missed?
No, I just saw a special on Netflix about helping people get their finances straight, and there was a lady that does an MLM, but a lot of people, you think of MLM more for like products, like girl
Tupperware,
products, like, you put on your face or whatever,
Yeah.
and that's what this lady, she made, it's basically what it was. Yeah.
We're not that.
It's how many people you can recruit to sell the product or the
Product
travel
underneath. It's not about the
underneath you,
product.
and then you make a little bit of what they make, a little bit what the people beneath them make, and so on and so on and so on, like a pyramid. So
We're not here to get you to sell travel. We're here to get you to
Yeah.
go on travel.
And
you
the
know?
best way you can go for your budget
Yeah.
is what we want to do.
And again, it's all about that relationship. And one of the things I think that is beneficial of the relationship is that you're going to get an objective person to help you along the way, right, Tamara? So objective advice on, not wish-washy, but based on our experience, our training. This is what we see. This is what we hear. This is what we think would match your trip. So objective advice is a big component of this
It
relationship.
is, and we all have our own independent relationships with other agents and other groups that if we don't know something, we have a question about something, we throw it out to our network of people who can help us, who can say, hey, that's a great hotel, but this one's better for a better match for your client. So it's not just us even, it's our whole network of like-minded people who can help us as well.
Good. Another idea I had was too that we become advocates for our clients as well. So, and this really hit home. You guys know for me last week, because one of my groups, half the group is doing just a cruise, the other half is doing cruise and land, and there was a big change in the land portion. And you really have to go to bat. Tamara was like in the one corner coaching me, saying, go to battle, come loaded, and all that stuff to go battle. But that's really what it is, that you have to advocate. We advocate for our customers, whether it's getting a better deal, whether it's getting a better options, whether it's getting a better tour, whatever it is, that we really become the spokesperson for our clients to the suppliers.
Right. And sometimes you don't even know that's happening behind the scenes. And we're just
In a perfect
taking
world, you
care
don't
of
know.
it.
Yeah.
We're just taking care of it for you, and you don't even know that there's an issue.
Yep.
Yeah. Chris, you got anything on advocates? How we're advocates or no?
No, I agree with you, and I agree. A lot of it is behind the scenes, and I can think of a couple ladies that I have going on a trip, and I noticed one of them, they paid for a certain class of airline seat, and I had to go in and kind of work with the airline. They didn't get it on one of the legs of their trip, so I made sure I went in there and without her even knowing, got her back into the seat that she paid for. So,
I think I remember some of those phone calls. I think I heard like an angry Chrissy voice.
well, yeah, I wasn't happy.
It doesn't
but-
happen often.
No.
But, you know, and I think it points to another thing is that these airlines, I tell people regularly, like, they're the worst monopoly ever because we really have to fight because we have no...
Yeah.
Yeah, some things we don't
Nothing
have
we can
control
do,
over.
you know, so we have to fight, or, you know, because
Yeah.
they have the final say on everything, and they really kind of hold all the cards.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
If you don't have an advocate for you, yeah, you're going to get in trouble there, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is kind of our relationship. So in relationships, there's always give and take, two sides. So what I thought we'd look at is what do we bring to this table for this relationship. So actually, I thought I was going to start with Tamara. Well, why don't we start with Tamara? Okay, I know I have the weird order here. Tamara, when you came back from Spain, you talked about some perks you can get for some of your people, and that these relationships with the suppliers is so important. I hear you say this a lot. So what I thought I'd ask you to kind of talk about is the importance of, and maybe the difference between booking online versus us and the relationship we have with our BDMs, the business development managers, or the sales managers, or contacts that we have in these suppliers or hotels, how that helps us provide better service and opportunities for our clients.
So when I go away to different places to learn for conferences or whatever, we are often meeting one-on-one with suppliers, or we're actually doing site visits of places. When I meet those people, I have a connection for you. And many times they will say, you know, if you have a client coming, reach out to me. We'll make sure that we can do something special for them, or get them $100 in resort credit, or a
Room
special
upgrade.
room upgrade, a free breakfast, a special experience that they would never get any other way. It's mostly for luxury clients or like a higher mid-level client. But I mean, I can try that with anything if I've got that relationship. So you have to trust me that I'm sending you to a good place, and I will leverage those relationships I have for you. I also have a way to book, again, they're mostly luxury properties, where you get extra stuff just for booking through me. Often it is about $100 USD in resort credit, a free upgrade, or early check-in, late check-out. Sometimes I can get to, and that is really good, especially for European clients, because you're usually going to land in the morning from your flight from the U.S. And then what do? Where do you go? You get your luggage. You're tired. You want to shower.
Hungry.
You're hungry, and if I can get a place where they will say if there's the ability to check in early, your clients can have that. It's golden. There's free breakfast. There's all sorts of little things I can try to get for you if you book through me. You're not going to get that if you book on your own, because I'm leveraging those relationships. But I mean, I have pages and pages now of relationships that I can help use to your benefit.
Training. So believe it or not, I feel like we're in school half the time, right? We're going back to school all the time, learning about those properties, those resorts, those ships. And so, Chrissy, I know you love school, education, and learning, and especially tests, and all that stuff. You bring your little lunchbox to work every day, like you're a little school kid.
I like to use pencils.
She likes to. She's always sharpening her pencils in the
always
office.
makes fun of me because I like pencils.
Yes. So take us back to school. Why is the schooling so important?
Well, I think kind of piggybacks on what Tam said is that we learn the properties, we meet the people. Last week I went to Willoughby and went to a workshop on Ishkaret
One of your favorite places?
resort in Cancun, and you know, we sat around a table, we had a wonderful meal, I met new people, met the business development manager, which helps with the relationships, but you're just constantly learning, and so we can speak the language, so we know, we feel confident in what we're telling you. With the visits as well, when we get invited to FAMs, which are trips, familiarization trips, where we get to go and experience the resorts and do the tours, and again, meet with sales managers and just have that little leg up where we can, it speaks to advocacy as well as supplier relationships to help you get the best out of your trip. I mean, we are constantly learning, because I remember thinking we did so much training in the beginning, but really it's constant, because then you get another invitation for a webinar, and you just keep learning, and just so we we are experts for you on where you want to be.
Plus, so many are getting new resorts, updating
Yes,
resorts, new
yeah.
tour opportunities, new
Yeah.
companies, new ships. So if we don't stay, new policies, rules, all that stuff, if we
Right.
don't stay up on that, then I think our people are going to show up and be at a loss.
Right.
And
Or
it's
not be at the
just
right
properties,
place.
it's like tourism boards of the actual
Yeah.
countries. So we learn what they, different countries have online forms that you have to fill out before you enter them. Just different things like that. So that helps us to just, like I said,
Help you.
Yeah.
Star students, right there.
Right.
Okay.
It's not about us going on vacation. It's about us learning so
Well,
that we
that's
can help you.
that's the perfect
Yeah.
transition, because I was going to talk about experience, and I think a lot of people think, oh, I want to be a travel agent, to go
Yeah.
back to MLMs, because you guys are always traveling, having fun. And
Yeah.
yes, we do enjoy when we go to these places, but Tamara would tell you 16-hour
work.
days in Spain,
Oh, it's
Yeah.
work.
or 18-hour days in Vegas,
Yeah.
or I'm going on a cruise this coming week, 14, 16-hour days.
Yeah.
It's fun work because
We're
we
in
like what we
paradise.
do.
We're in
Yeah.
beautiful areas, but we are learning.
There's no leisure involved in it. It's total work. Like if I get 20 minutes to go back to my room to freshen up, I'm grateful for that because you're busy.
Yeah, and we have our technology. That drink is kicking in. We have our technology, so we can book for you. I'm hoping to book some cruises while I'm on a cruise this
Right.
coming week. Tamara, I think you found this phrase, we go so that you know. Is that what it is? We go so you know. And I think that's really the case. Experience is critical.
Yeah.
Right.
You see new travel agencies popping up, and the people talk about the 2 trips they've been on, and that makes them experienced. But, I mean, we know 2 is, you need to be in a city more than 2 times just to know it, because there's so much to learn, and that experience is critical so that we can provide better service.
And we can't know everything, so we're constantly on the hunt to learn more.
Yeah.
Well, yes, a lot of people, I'll give an example. Princess Cruise is a popular premium cruise line. This year I booked 7 cabins on it. I haven't been on a Princess Cruise yet, so I'm going to be able to get on board hopefully later this year so I can help explain some, the nuances. Every resort, every tour company, every cruise line has their own nuances, how they do things, how their rules are, and so I think it's important that we experience so we can answer questions and better help assist
I
our
feel
clients.
that way about Aruba. I've booked so many people to Aruba, but I've not been. So I'm going for a training at the end of June for a week, so I can learn all the ins and outs and tricks of the island. So it is.
We invest in our
Yeah.
learning. We
Yeah.
really do.
Yeah.
It's it's not always free travel for us. Many times we have to pay for it. So we believe so strongly in learning so that we can help you that we invest in ourselves.
So, two-way street. I think we're bringing a lot to the table. There's
Yes.
more we couldn't cover it all. It'll be a 10-hour episode.
Yeah.
But this is the kind of the key things that we bring to the table. Plus, we're fun, so, that kind of relationship
Some
part.
of us.
Well, I said my saying at the show this past weekend is that we become like family, and families are like fudge. There's always a few nuts. I said, here are the 3 of us. We're that crazy relatives that will be there to help you journey. So, but relationships, two-way street, we also ask some stuff of our clients, too.
Yes.
It's not just a one-way street. So what we're looking for is honest and upfront information from you, our clients, so that we can help better tailor, curate a trip for you. Right, Tamara?
Right, for sure. So I'll just explain the process briefly so that everybody understands what happens. Is that when you come to us and say, I want to go somewhere, we invest a lot of time at no cost to you right now to make that happen. So it's important for us to know that you're committed to doing it, because for me in particular, it can take 20 hours to put together a very complicated itinerary for you. And if you're not going to book with me, then I've just wasted 20 hours that I could have been helping somebody else. So at least for me, and I think for you guys too, when you come to us, at least have a level of commitment that you're actually going to book with us, use us. You're not shopping us, you're going to use us, and we're going to work through the process to find the best vacation for you.
Right.
So we also hope that you come to us and say, you have an idea of where you want to go. So don't just say, I want to go to Europe. You say, I want to go to Italy and France. Okay, we can work with that. Not just, I want to go to Europe, but maybe I want to go to Hawaii, or I want to go to Thailand. No, we need to narrow down before we start doing the work. Or I want to go on a cruise, but I don't know where.
The Caribbean.
Yeah, or I want to go to an all-inclusive.
There's 600
Yeah.
options for you.
Right. So we need you to help narrow it down. We also, am I supposed to talk about budget?
It never hurts.
Okay.
It's a conversation
I
no
didn't
one
know
wants
if
to
somebody
have,
else-
but
yeah.
it's true.
I want to have that conversation because it's really critical. I don't want to spend. I'm not spending from my pocket. I'm spending from your pocket. So I want to know what your budget is. And sometimes the budget just isn't going to work. You can't go to Bali with a
$1,500.
with a $4,000 budget. You just can't do that. So. So we need to have that conversation, and we can find alternatives for your budget, or you can raise your budget, whatever. But we just need to have that conversation and be realistic with us. Oh my goodness!
Everyone wants to be a part of Travel Talk Tuesday. It's that fun.
Yeah, the dog is howling, and it's not mine. It's our
guest dog.
Our guest dog. The budget really is important. We'll talk through that with you before we take the next steps, but.
And again, a two-way street, that communication's critical, right,
Yeah.
Chrissy?
Yes. We need expectations. We need to know, is it difficult for you? Do you not want to change flights? Do you want direct flights? The vibe. For me, that's important. What kind of vibe are you looking for? So many all-inclusives. You can have wellness, more spa-like relaxing, or you can have foam parties, DJs, so we really need to know, I say vibe. I'm sure there's a more
that's a good
professional
word,
word than
yeah.
vibe, but the vibe that you're looking, what you're looking to accomplish. Rooms, we need to, for me, and probably you as well, and maybe you, room setups. If you have singles, if people are going to, who's staying with who, because for us to put all that together into a package for you, that all that information is critical.
And I think that the timeliness of it all, too.
Yes.
Because a lot of times there's limited rooms in a resort, on a cruise ship, or in Italy, that Tamara just spoke about. I guess there's like one room left in one of the places. I mean, we need to know, if you're serious about it, there's limited space, limited availability.
Yeah.
The prices change. I mean, we want to save you money, but if you don't lock it down in the time frame that we're looking at, the price could go up. You could lose that room category. You could miss out. I want the best for you, but sometimes if you're not going to help us on that, the timeliness, it can sometimes be difficult, and I'd hate to give that bad news that you're not going to have that 4-star hotel that you want in Venice. You're not going to have the butler's pantry, the butler's suite in Jamaica. You're not going to have the Crown suite. We really want to get you what you want, but it's usually other people are competing.
Time
for it.
is of the essence.
Yeah. I've worked with some clients that make 1 million revisions. It's like 6 or 7 revisions, and that whole time they're losing their good pricing, and it costs them a lot more.
And some of those tours fill up, right?
Oh yeah,
Some of those excursion kind of things or experiences.
yeah. The hotel rate just keeps going up. So,
But I also think, so if you don't have a specific idea, we're not saying don't reach out to us. What we're saying is we've got to kind of have a discussion beforehand. We've got to talk. We've got to, Caribbean. Well, where in the Caribbean? Well, I don't want Jamaica, or I want that. So then through our discussion with you, we can kind of narrow it down as well before we start putting things together.
Yeah, because some flexibility, especially with dates, can help all of us.
Yes.
Because like I can look at cruises the next 4 or 5 weeks in a row, and I can see what week's the cheapest cruise.
Yeah.
I'm sure you could do that for your guys' options too. When's the best time to travel? What flights are the cheapest for a specific tour?
Yeah.
So having a little flexibility sometimes is good with dates.
Yeah.
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 And then I have share the good news. So I like lately, you may have seen on our Facebook, a lot of our clients have been giving us great 5-star reviews.
Which is so nice.
I love our relationship when you share with other people how much you love us.
Yes.
Because we tell people how we love you, but we love it
Yes.
when you share that.
Absolutely, because we're new. I mean, we've been doing this a little over a year. This is what helps us. This is what helps us.
Plus, it gives us the juice to keep going.
Yes.
They love the
Very
experience.
encouraging, when we see that.
Nothing helps them when you follow up on a trip and they say what a great experience they have, and they really like this experience, or they like this room, or they liked this stop on a cruise. We like to hear
That's
that
the best
good
feeling.
stuff.
Yep.
But also, what can we improve on too? You know,
Right.
what ship is maybe not the right ship, or what resort needs a little facelift, or maybe what cooking class isn't what they expected.
Yeah.
But I think that communication continues afterwards too, and then always sharing that excitement. So. What a lot of people ask for is, what can you get for me? So this is kind of circling back to what else we can bring to the table. We don't like to start with this, but the reality is when you work with us, there's a lot of extra perks. Kind of like what Tamara was saying earlier. There's a lot of little extra stuff we can do, extra deals, stuff like that, ladies, right?
Yes.
yeah. I think the most important thing you're getting is our knowledge and experience. That's first and foremost. I've been doing this I'm into my third year now, and I've built up quite a knowledge base. I have, a great library of things in my itinerary builder of places you can go and see. I think this week I added a hot chocolate place in Madrid or in Barcelona. So that's knowledge I have that I'm sharing with you. I think that's really important. But then we get those little extra things like I talked about earlier, and you guys can do that too.
Yeah.
You in particular.
I know. I just last night I texted these two. I'm like, oh my gosh, I just saved these people $200. It was almost $250 a night. And so what it is for like cruises is that it's big on when you can find a group space, whether we have one of our groups that we've created or ones that we have access to, our consortium that we're a part of. When we have those rooms, that's prices locked in a year and a half, 2 years ago. So like last night I booked 3 rooms on a ship, and 2 of them are in a balcony room. It's 2 couples, and we were able to book prices from, well, the group was probably started a year ago, so they saved about $250 a night, each cabin, and then they're also going to get $50 in onboard credit for booking through us.
Wow.
The other cabin, they're paying current rate, so it's going to be a little bit higher, but they're still going to get the $50. The other one I like these specials. It's my German side. I got my family's going on the New Year's Eve cruise. I've talked about it before. I know, Chrissy, you might be interested. I don't know, Tamara, you never said, but New Year's Eve, it's a 5-night cruise, and it's got 2 stops, 2 days at sea. It's going to be fun. Our rates, I did a price check this morning. It's $1,000 cheaper in our group than if you did a balcony right now. I just looked this morning. A balcony is over $4,000 outside of our group. If you book in our group, it's over $3,000.
And I think people have to understand what booking in a group means too.
You're not holding hands. It's not like a field trip.
No, you're not. Because you're in this group, you're not going everywhere with these people. You're not eating every night together. You're getting to get in on a group price.
Yeah.
And I think this is the beautiful thing about, especially you guys, there's no charge to use us as an agent. So if today you wanted to book the same cabin on a date that we don't have a group space in, you're probably going to pay the same rate, but we're probably going to be able to find something better. Right. You're not getting charged to use us.
Yeah, and that's what these people did, all the research on the internet.
Yeah. And
I think they knew someone that booked through me on a cruise, and so they were giving us a try, if you will. And I think they were pleasantly surprised when they saw how much they got the rooms that they handpicked that they wanted, but then they're getting all this extra stuff and at a great price. And I said, now you're stuck with me. I'm like family, so they're going to get so much information from our travel kits to our digital itinerary, so much extra knowledge, experience, information that's going to really help make sure they have a great experience.
We've all read so many horror stories, too, about people who book on their own or book online with, like, Expedia or something like that, especially for, like, an all-inclusive.
Right.
Thinking they're getting a good deal, but really they're getting a horrible experience. They're going to get flights where you have either 16 hours of a layover overnight, so you have to get a hotel room, or you have 25 minutes for a layover where you're just not going to make that flight. Or they go and they get a room in a resort that is not what they thought it was going to be.
No transportation.
Right.
Because I always put transportation's always in my packages, so you don't have to walk off the plane and look for an Uber or a taxi. If you get one through Expedia, you may not get transportation, and then you're waiting with lots and lots of other people who didn't.
And you probably haven't booked insurance if you do it on your own. So if something happens, you're not going to get your money back. But with us, we can at least offer you that insurance. So again, there's no extra charge to use us. We can often save you money, but our experience, I think, is very valuable too.
Yeah, you don't want to be at the wrong resort.
No.
Or on, for ships, if you're on an old ship, there's no water slides, not kids stuff. There's resorts that are more family friendly, some are adults only, some that need a renovation or past due.
Right.
Or what kind of hotel, what level star hotel,
Yeah.
Or maybe you want to avoid this. Maybe you don't need a whole week in Rome because you only need a couple days. You need to go see more of Italy or whatever it is. I think that knowledge really helps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Wonderful. Anything else, ladies, that we need to talk about for our partnership or what we bring to the table?
No, it's always fun to partner with our travelers. For me, I love it when somebody comes to me and they kind of have an idea of what they want to do, and we work through it together. Like, you can do some research too on your own, and I can help validate or say, I know the sales department there, and I can reach out to them. Or, I love working together with people. Some of my clients are really like good friends now, and I'm really always looking out for them, and I think they would love this place, or I've got to reach out to them for New Year's Eve or something, something like that.
Yep.
So
wonderful. We love to be your partners in travel. Wonderful. So we'll pivot to a little bit of updates here at the Good Life Travel Company, right, ladies? So we've got a couple big events coming up. First and foremost, for any of you who may be interested in a luxurious, fun, delicious food, wonderful service, all-inclusive resorts, you may have heard of a little brand called Sandals. Chrissy, you've got an event coming up this Thursday that I think you might be able to get some of our viewers into, and they might get some deals.
Yes. So Michael and I met last week with our business development manager from Sandals. And so he represents the company and helps us. He is putting together a webinar this Thursday at 7:30. Are we going to put the QR code on?
We could do that on our Facebook page, probably on Thursday.
Yeah, so all you would do is scan the QR code, register for the webinar, and 7:30 at night, you just tune in. If you want to engage, you can. If you don't have to. You don't even need your video on. You can just sit back and listen. But it's going to be a nice little presentation on
lots of good pictures, I think, too.
Videos and pictures, and I'm sure Mike would answer some questions too. So if you're interested in Sandals, you have a little bit more, you know about them, but you have some questions, I think this would be a great night. It's 7:30 this Thursday, May 4th. And yeah, if you will put the QR code up on our Facebook page and you just scan it, register, and tune in.
That should be a fun evening, very informative.
I think there's some perks involved.
Yes, there are going to be some perks. So Sandals is going to, if you book within 14 days out from the webinar, you will, I think there's a spa credit, a dinner, a picture package, photo package. So there are some little extras you can get by booking after 2 weeks after the webinar.
Yeah, and I think even if Sandals isn't for you, I think you're going to get some ideas about all-inclusive resorts too,
Yes.
what they offer, and
Yeah.
It's going to be fun eye candy, I think, to see and get excited
Absolutely.
about going to
Yep.
Paradise Lost with Chrissy.
Get you dreaming. That's the way I
Yeah.
get it. Yeah.
So this Thursday, May 4th, 7:30 p.m., we'll have the link on our Facebook page.
Yeah.
Wonderful. We got some Viking cruise nights coming up May 24th here in Sandusky at 7 p.m. at the Sandusky Yacht Club. And then the following day, May 25th, Thursday, at the Hilton Garden Inn in Levis Commons there in Perrysburg at 7 p.m. Both events, wine and cheese. We'll learn about Viking cruises, all the offerings they have, maybe some perks, just like Chrissy offered. We got some perks if you book with us. And just have a good time, I think.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun. So we do ask for you to RSVP for that event, just like you're registering. I'm sure on our Facebook page we've had it, and we'll post it again. It's just RSVP at TGLTravelco.com. But we'll have that up there.
And there's no charge to go, and it's a
Free.
great place to go learn about river cruising, even if you don't have anything in mind right now. Just come and learn about what river cruising's all about.
Mm-hmm. And again, it'll be fun and informative
Yeah.
and stuff like that. Wonderful. Lots of upcoming groups, so check out our website, www.tgltravelco.com, for all the group offerings, especially New Year's Eve, because we have the wonderful Madeira trip, and we've got 2 different cruises, the one I mentioned earlier and the Arroyo one too. So if you're looking for groups, deals, great trips, check out our groups page on our website. Finally, anything new in your niches? Any interesting bookings you want to share? Anything fun like that?
I've started booking spring break for next year already.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm working on summer for next year. I've got a Japan trip that I'm digging into right now.
A lot of Japan at these bridal shows, I've noticed.
Yeah. But I really want to book some Spain, so if you're interested in Spain, give me a call.
Who needs Japan when you got Spain? Is that what you're saying?
And I really think Spain is an alternative to Italy. I keep hearing Italy, but Italy is very crowded. Spain, I think, is a great alternative and less expensive. So
I'll just do a shameless plug. The Alaska season is starting now for cruising. Like Holland America is celebrating the 150th, so they just did a big ribbon cutting, 150 years of cruising Alaska. But all the cruise lines are starting their Alaskan season. We don't have really much availability for this year, but now is the time to book for next year. So if you're interested in seeing Alaska, cruising's the best way to see it. You get to see all the icebergs, all that stuff by water, then you get to get on the land and go explore the little towns and all the experiences. So if you're looking for Alaska 2024, we're booking into groups now. So now's the time to contact, and we'll get you some extra perks, and you'll get to see the beauty, the wildlife. You two are all about the animals and stuff. The icebergs, all that good stuff. And
He's into cats.
Yeah. I love all
I don't know if they have wolves. Those would kill the cats up there, I think.
Yeah.
But
I like all animals, whales, seals, sea lions.
Puffins.
So again, Alaska contact. So I have one last surprise for the ladies here. One last surprise.
I always get nervous when he says,
it
No, this isn't bad. Is it cash?
lottery tickets.
What the heck? Little flowers, ladies, for the 50th.
Aren't you
You don't look
sweet?
50, ladies. There you go. Some purple flowers.
Do you know what these are?
No clue. What are they?
Smell 'em.
Lavender.
Is it? Oh, that's your favorite, isn't it?
Yeah,
Aren't you a
I
big
love
lavender
lavender.
fan? Well, it'll smell better than the dogs in the office, so this is good.
They're
So.
losing their
They
patience
love
out there.
you. Yeah.
Well, happy 50th,
She's trying
ladies.
to open the door.
You as well.
Happy 50th, and
to you.
to many more. You know, we've talked about it before. We got renewed for another season, so barely. So they lowered our pay, I think, but we do have another season. So stay tuned. Thank you all very much for
thank
watching.
you.
Any of this sounds interesting? Want to be our partners in travel? Contact us. Want to learn about these trips, or if you have something in mind, we'd love to help get you there. Thank you so much for watching. Stay connected, and we will see you soon. Thanks, everyone.
Bye. Thanks
Bye.
for the flowers.